me tell you about this book I just read called The Soulmate by Sally Hepworth. This is a book we read for a book club. It is the style of what is kind of being called domestic thrillers, where it's sort of just a normal family, but something weird is going on and you got to figure out what the mystery is. It's kind of intrigue and, ooh, what's going on? You think things are one way, but they really are another way. And I feel like it is definitely a trend in books right now. And it is a trend that is definitely not my favorite. I don't really know why. I just kind of end up rolling my eyes through the whole thing. This book was engaging enough that I wanted to keep reading it. But most of the time when I was reading it, I was just doing a lot of eye rolling. I gotta admit, I guess. So this is a story about a couple who live on the edge of a cliff, and a lot of people come to this spot to jump to their deaths. And the husband often goes out and talks them down. And this one time, this lady's out there on the cliff, the husband goes out, and then the lady ends up jumping or falling. We're not sure which. In fact, the wife thinks that maybe her husband actually pushed this lady, but he doesn't tell that to the police, of course. So she's like, what is my husband hiding? We're getting 2 points of view from the wife and from the lady who fell off the cliff. And we're getting what's happening in the present, and we're also getting the past. So when they both met their husbands, what kind of husbands they had, what kind of relationships they've had, and kind of the crazy things that have gone on, and how they ended up being connected. Is this a spoiler? I'm not sure. I should say spoilers on this one. They ended up being connected, and then you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on with the husband and the wife? And maybe the husband pushed the lady off to protect his wife, because maybe the wife has actually got the stuff to hide. And so I know a lot of people get very intrigued by these stories, but I'm just always like, I've already kind of forgotten how this one ends up being wrapped up. And then there is this really weird twist at the end that I was just like, really? But if you love twists and you love domestic thrillers, you would probably like this one. I gave it 2 stars because it was okay. And I read it and finished it. And and it's just kind of the same old thing that all the others are.